I can't do it. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks. 5, 4, 3. That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
This is the Universal Wrestling Podcast. Inside the ring. Outside the ring. It's all here.
We're talking about the greatest sport of all, professional wrestling. Come on!
And now, here's Nick and Keith.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Universal Wrestling Podcast. New night this week. Keith's going to Thursday night.
That's
football.
right,
Brought to
baby.
you by Amazon Plus. Have you watched the game on Amazon yet? It fucking sucks.
I feel like we had to last
Oh,
year.
yeah,
There
probably
was
because
one of them last year we got forced on there.
It's
Bullshit.
just too much, man.
Bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, it's just too much. But that's cool, man. You're going. That's
Hell
a
yeah.
hell of a time.
Super excited.
Yeah, should be a good.
I talked about it earlier. A
good
little bit worried about getting there on time. Anyone who's not from Philly and those Danny Boy that are tailgating is insane, and there is not even close to enough room down around that area for the tailgating. So we went to a night game against the Cowboys last year, and probably 10 minutes before kickoff, I just let my wife out of the car because I was still stuck in traffic trying to find a park. I'm like, you go in, enjoy the beginning. I didn't get in until after the first drive. Miserable.
Yeah,
but hopefully leave it at about 4 o'clock tomorrow. But
should
whatever.
be a good game though.
It's gonna be sick. Better win. Gotta win.
Yeah, it's a big game. I think it's a big game for that reason.
Oh,
you know. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, stoked for it. So we're here on a Wednesday instead. Sorry to blow your minds, but
yeah. Well, you brought this up right before we went live, and I was able to get a screenshot. So I think we should talk about it. Oh no, the overlay's gone. Who cares? All right, so bring us up to speed here, Keith.
So yeah, I mean, I caught it just like you said, right before we popped on here, and you can see what it says right there. Edge was removed from the internal roster, but he's been put back on as but not as an active TV performer. We had kind of mentioned this when we were talking about all of this going down originally with his last match and everything. He didn't say it was the end of the run. It was just his last match. And he did say his contract is still going until I think October from the one that I read. He's still under contract technically till October. Yeah. So he's just going to be kind of hanging around. We talked about it that day. I think it's just going to be a matter of I don't know. I don't see Edge anywhere else, but I mean, I guess there's a part of me that also could have said the same thing for the longest time about Big Show, for Paul White, but
yeah, that's true.
Now he's over there, so who knows? I guess you never say never in wrestling, especially, but just I don't know. I just with everything, with how much they did for him when he first retired and everything, and helped keep him going with stuff and everything. I don't know. I don't see him going anywhere. I think he's going to hang around there. I think he's going to be a producer at the very least.
Something.
Maybe even an Adam Pearce kind of situation.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
I would love to
replace Adam Pearce. Even I like Adam Pearce and all, but replace Adam Pearce. That'd be sick.
Yeah. As a GM or something. Yeah. I feel like we've talked so much about this, so I'm just going to keep it short.
Yeah.
I agree. There's no way he leaves. It's like the John Cena's. It's like Derek Jeter, for instance. He was never going to play anywhere else but the Yankees. And I mean, then again, we thought Tom Brady was only going to play with the Patriots. We thought Peyton Manning was only going to play with the Colts.
Yep.
And the script flipped. And look what happened. They won championships. I don't know if that means anything if it's a professional sport compared to professional wrestling. But let's get to it. Wrestling news of the week. Here we go, buddy.
They're going to get their monkey asses whooped tonight.
Wrestling news of the week.
Yes, sir. I didn't fix it on time. Boom, baby. There we go. Yes.
All right.
So the theme of this episode, as you saw the thumbnail, is MJF and Samoa Joe. This is something that we really, really wanted. I mean, long-term booking here, Keith. They had a history in NXT. That was in Philly, right? I think so. No? Brooklyn, maybe. Brooklyn.
I think it was Brooklyn.
Regardless.
I could be wrong. Unless if there was a second takeover Philly other than the one that I went to, the main event was
yeah, I think it was Brooklyn.
Almas and Gargano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Tell us. Where was this? I think it was Brooklyn. The reason I say that is I saw this and, you don't think of anything. A, because he was not a household name at the time, and B, it's just like, you see the jobbers all the time. They're security guards. They're, this, they're that, and you don't really think much of it. But what they're doing here is just phenomenal work. I mean, they are great on the mic, in the ring, and it was in
just in time.
This is something you want, man. This is something that we need in professional wrestling. As great as the Cole and MJF feud was with, them going to, nifty 50s and, TGIFs. And it's just, I don't know. Wasn't my cup of tea, but this is my cup of tea. Two ass kickers that are just going to go at it. And that's what the outcome's going to be. We don't know who's going to win. I mean, you could say MJF. It just makes more sense that way. But Samoa Joe's up next for MJF. And last week, I mean, this is the way to start a feud. Bring up history, Keith. Let's hear it, bro. What do you got?
Yeah, I think this is really cool because I feel like I know it's not the first time with anything, but like it feels like it's like the first time that it's like they're building a feud based directly on something that happened in WWE or, NXT more specifically because NXT was the third brand at the time where this all went down. But like, there's been we've seen other feuds. I feel like that might have some stuff that like went back to like time in WWE with some people and stuff, but like I feel like this is the first one that was just like this direct parallel between like he pushed him aside in NXT before a match in NXT and WWE, and then did the same thing in Chicago. Like a couple weeks later, however long later, and it's pretty cool. Like it's a cool thing. I'm looking forward to the promos. They're going to be great. I mean, they already were. That first one where Joe is just everything that MJF threw, Joe had a comeback. Yeah. Beautiful. They're only going to get better. It's going to be great. The matches are going to be great. I obviously see Adam Cole sticking around and, getting involved and causing shenanigans and stuff, maybe helping his his bro Chacho retain the belt. By some kind of means here, because him and Joe, they got history themselves with stuff. So it's gonna be great. I was super happy. It was awesome. It was such a cool moment to see. Yeah, and
yeah, that's what it's about too, man. And I've said it a few times. The whole Christian thing with the father and Jack Perry. It's just like I don't care. This when they talk about the WWE. I kind of dig that. I mean, they're not shitting on the WWE. They're just saying we got past, in the W. And I'm okay with that. It helps tell the story, and if that's what it's going to do, then I'm all for it. But I don't want to hear your dad's dead and fuck you. It's like what are we doing, man? Like now it's funny because he's making it funny,
right? At first, I'm with you. At first, it was a little bit like but now that he's leaning into it, it's like one of my favorite things in wrestling.
It's like part of his gimmick.
I wish you could get TikToks tattooed on you, because I would totally get the tattoo of him going into the press conference after whichever, All In or All Out, and just sits down and just how's everybody's father this evening? Yeah, gold, absolute gold.
I love it. Chat's been blowing up. A lot of people here on Wednesday night. I don't know what that means. Maybe everybody's chilling, hanging out, watching AEW.
I was going to say, I mean, it's a bad episode of AEW.
Flipped on YouTube, and we're here. Temple, you're pretty new to this this crew, so I appreciate it. I haven't seen Smacking It Raw Matt in a while, and I don't ever know when Cage ever shows up. He's so busy, but thank you guys so much. Let's hear your thoughts on Samoa Joe. I mean, let's hear what the boss man has to say. Definitely in a tough position right now with Strong and Joe being involved in the finals of the tournament. Both men have excellent story reasons to face MJF. Keith, I read that whole thing without stuttering. That's a win, baby.
Boom.
Today, Junior.
No, that's a great call by Justin. TK in the house, the real TK. Yeah, no, that's a good call by Justin. I think Strong is going to end up winning the tournament.
Yeah.
And that's going to be kind of a nothing match because I feel like Joe might get involved to make sure MJF keeps it so then he can beat MJF. So that's trying to take the title. I don't know that Joe's going to take the title, though. As much as I do, I would like that.
Yeah.
I do ultimately think it's going to be Adam Cole that takes it. I think Cole is going to turn on MJF, and then Cole's going to take it. They're going to keep their thing going. They're going to keep their friendship going, and then Cole is eventually going to turn.
Yeah.
And he'll be the one to take it from MJF.
Yeah. Let's get to it, man. We could talk about MJF and Samoa Joe all night, but the dream match is here.
We can talk about this for even longer.
Sabre Jr. to clash in the dream match. Now, we discussed this on the Festival of Rebrandship. Yes, you're looking at a new network, a new name, but Keith, my man, same great content, same great people.
You know it.
Right here. Just a new, facelift. We live in Cali. We want some Botox, That's what we did here. Bloodline to the TFN. Keith, I like to say the fucking network because that's what we are.
The whole FM network.
Yes. So long story short, we had a rebrandship on Saturday. A lot of fun, a festival celebration. And this was the conversation that we had. And JD brought up a lot of good points. Everybody brought up a lot of good points. But I brought up a point as in Roman might be the guy. But Danielson is 1A, 2A, maybe 1B, 2B. I don't know. I just know that, in my opinion, right now, he is the greatest wrestler in the world. And we're seeing that. And it's so much fun to finally get this because we were going to get this at Forbidden Door, the Forbidden Door pay-per-view that I attended. We didn't get it. We got Cesaro and Sabre. And that was okay.
Claudio instead, yeah.
Oh, damn it.
It's cool. Everyone knows who you mean by Cesaro. Yeah. It's fine.
Claudio.
Motherfuckers probably still call him Cesaro in, backstage and stuff too, even though they knew him as Claudio to begin with. It's fine.
Yeah, but this is cool. And I'm not going to say, TK's a fan and this is what fans do, dream matches. But I'm going to say it. This is what he does. And you know what? He does this very well. I mean, look at Forbidden Door. Look at All Out. Look at All In. I mean, every pay-per-view that he puts on, there's a match that you can say, damn, I thought about this for years. Never thought it was going to happen. This is going to happen. Hopefully this happens because this is what we thought at Forbidden Door. But I've talked for 2 minutes. Let's hear it, man. This is big just because we wanted this was going to happen. It didn't happen, and now it's going to happen again. And the pay-per-view is a Wrestle Dream. I mean, talk to me.
So, I mean, the only worry I have with this match at all is we need to put Danielson in bubble wrap inside a box. Bubble wrapped again as well to keep him healthy and ready to rock for this because I can't take another ball tickling. I can't edge on this one again. Ritter knows what I'm talking about. I can't be edged on this one here again. You announced it, we're promoting it. It's at a friggin' pay-per-view called Wrestle Dream because this is a goddamn dream match. Don't let anybody get hurt. Keep both of them as safe as you possibly can. I'd even go so far there. I know it's not going to happen this way, but I'd go so far as to be hey, Zach, literally all your other indie dates, all your other dates you have that you're supposed to do, No more. You can't get hurt either. Like, both got it. Yeah. Nah. So,
that's it. Nah.
Yeah. But obviously that's probably not going to happen. But I can't wait for this. The first time they announced that it's been a thing, from the first time I even heard about Zack Sabre Jr. and they were hand in hand. It was just like Zack Sabre Jr. He's like the new Daniel Bryan, not that much younger than him, but like he's the new Daniel Bryan. Because it was like when I first started to hear about him was like right when Bryan was like first coming to retiring because he was getting hurt all the time.
Yeah,
like, he's basically like the same person. He's just younger and he's British. And it was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm into that. Yeah, let's find more of this guy. Great. And it was always in that same vein talking about it. They were just like, it's a dream match to see these two all the way back then. And then, what happened with Danielson happened and everything. And then he comes back and all. And I just can't wait. It's this match alone is like kind of like it was with Forbidden Door. This might be like the one that like gets me to like pay for the pay-per-view on the day.
Yeah.
Like this match alone would be worth $50 to me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If I'm free, if I'm free that day, it's always tough with a kid and all. But if I'm allowed that day and we have nothing going on and be like, sweet, honey, I'm gonna pay $50. I'm gonna sit my ass here. I'm gonna watch this. With the baby. We'll watch it together with the baby. It's fine. Yeah,
and that's what it's all about too. I mean, this is what you want. I mean, this is what we want it for. 2 years now. We never got it. It's going to happen, and just Forbidden Door, that was all about New Japan going one-on-one with AEW. This is Wrestle Dream. I mean, what else are we going to get, Keith? I mean, if this is going to be, it can't be a one match, pay-per-view. It could be with these two. But I mean, he's going to pull anything and everything TK can do, he's going to do. That's what he does best. I mean, it's not maybe he doesn't promote that well up to the pay-per-view, but once that pay-per-view's there, dude, it's phenomenal. It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say it again. Go ahead.
No, I think you brought up a really good point there. I think that's like one of the only tough things here is I don't know what else has been announced for Wrestle Dream. I know there's been some other stuff announced. Justin, you help us out here. But I know there's been other stuff announced. I just don't remember what, but it's like, this is one of those kind of ones though that like TK does do really good where it's just like, this match is announced. Does it really matter what else is announced? Does it really matter? Are you not going to watch because I didn't tell you anything else? Like you could promote just this match and then just literally not say anything else.
Yeah.
Leading up to it. And like, they're still going to get so many pay-per-view guys for this and so many ticket sales to go watch this because it's a match that wrestling fans have wanted for forever.
Yeah.
Like I said, since Zack Sabre Jr. started getting a buzz around him, it was just like, whoa, we need to see, it's the same way that like everyone in Takeshita Ibushi, beautiful, selling me even more, STR Aussie Open. Exactly. Yeah. Again, if they're the only 3 that have been announced, you don't have to announce any more for me. You don't even have to book anymore. I'm fine with that. Have those 3. It's a 3-hour pay-per-view. Give each one of those an hour each. Sold.
Yeah.
Absolutely sold.
Yeah.
Without question.
This is a great comment. I might just take a picture of this frame and put it in my kitchen. Bang, slap, and fuck. That's what Wrestle Dream's all about.
Live, love, eat.
Yeah.
Live, laugh, love, whatever.
Okay.
It's
all
just
right.
These are
rumors.
It's the
God
match.
damn it, TK. We don't want rumors here.
Whatever. Even if they're the rumored ones. I don't, whatever. Whatever. It better be now. Yeah. If it's not, Tim, I'm coming for you. But no, I'm not.
Well, just
it's just it just comes back to it. Like you don't need any of them. Like this match alone can sell a pay-per-view with no other build-up on it. I think the only thing, you brought up before, like TK is kind of like a fanboy that books things, but he does do it really well. The only thing that's worrisome is like he keeps giving us all these really awesome dream matches, which is great. Not complaining about it, but it's like eventually we're going to start to run out of those, like this one around, like talking about it here, even before seeing, Takeshita Ibushi, that is a good one too. I mean, I wouldn't put it in a dream match category yet, just because like, I'm still getting relatively used to Takeshita, but like, that's awesome. Like now that I know that and I think about it, it's like, that's totally a dream match. They're pretty similar. It blows my mind that Ibushi is like 40 he looks like he's fucking 12.
20, yeah.
But yeah. So like that's a dream match in and of itself. But like, yeah, I mean, that's a little bit worrisome that it's like he does do this awesome job booking these things and like finding these dream matches, but it's like,
yeah,
you know, how much more can he squeeze that fruit? Because I don't know how much juice is left in there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and another thing too, again, casual wrestling fan maybe think this, but Wrestle Dream, it's like, well, this is a dream match. Not every match needs to be a dream match. We get that, you know, but you name the pay-per-view Wrestle Dream, and it seems like, you know,
right.
Mike Yoda has to be the ref. JR and Gorilla have to be on commentary. I mean, it's just like things like that. No,
From
it's
the dead Gorilla Monsoon commentary.
Yeah, it's just how you promote it, and it's like WrestleMania. Not every match is going to bang, slap, and fuck. Thank you,
Right.
Justin. But it's WrestleMania. Just it is what it is. It's, you know, they're going to promote it mainly because of Junior and Danielson. But
Right.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I say that like it's a worrisome thing about like how many more dream matches, but like at the same time, does it even really matter? Because like, did anybody at all have Orange Cassidy and Will Ospreay on their list of dream matches? Probably not. But then they did it, and it was like, oh, that was one of those like you didn't know that you needed that match until you saw it, and then it went, oh, damn! Yep. I'm so glad this happened.
That's what TK's good at, really.
So I say I'm worried, but like, am I? Like, he'll pull it.
No, you're gonna pay for it. You're gonna watch it. Let's get to the next topic here. Mandy Rose teases a pro wrestling return. I mean, just the way it ended, I feel like she needs a comeback. As much as she's not amazing in the ring and not amazing on the mic, I feel like there's something left with Mandy Rose. Yes, she has improved. Yes, I get that. I understand that. But she's not amazing in the ring. She's not amazing on the mic. Looks help, yes. Let's be honest. But she does improve. You do see that with Mandy Rose. And I just feel like there's something here that we need. I don't know if Mandy Rose could do something like Trinity and Impact. I don't know if she could do something, you know, in AEW. I think Mandy Rose is that type of character, that type of wrestler, that it's the big leagues, the Yankees, the Red Sox, and that's it. She won't have a good career in Cleveland. You know, she won't have an amazing career in Miami.
Right.
She needs to be in the big leagues to perform well. And obviously, you know, money helps, production helps, all that shit helps. So I don't know if there's an NWA Mandy Rose. You know, I don't see that, but I feel like there's business that needs to be finished. Worse things have happened. Riddle is still with the company, you know, and he's done worse things. I mean, Theory has done, you know, again, worse things. We don't know exactly if that's true. Allegedly. Right. I mean, the list goes on. You could go on and on and on. Seth has nudes out there. I mean, there's a lot of people that have a lot of dirt, you know, in their past. I still don't know what the situation was. Maybe I think what happened was she did the Mandy fans. It wasn't OnlyFans. It was like her fans, her premium network, and she didn't get it. She didn't get permission. I think that's it. I'm assuming. Yeah. Justin, if you know,
that was pretty much it. It was that's definitely Rob Ritter's alley. But it was more like it wasn't OnlyFans. It was some other. Yeah, but it wasn't OnlyFans, but it was like a similar kind of thing.
Yeah, it was her platform.
She never
got it approved.
She never got it approved. She never said anything about it, and it was one of those that like, because when she did it, it was still the same time when like WWE was like, we don't want you guys doing Twitch and stuff because it was like outside income for them, and they didn't like that whole idea. So I think it was like all tied into that. So like not only was it like the OnlyFans kind of risque sort of thing that like they were frowning upon, but potentially maybe.
Yeah.
But like it was also just that it was like unreported extra income that they felt like they should be getting a part of because, you know, she's Mandy Rose, whatever, which I don't really agree with that end of it. Like the money piece, like fuck out of here, man. Like that's her campaign. But
exactly. But talk to me.
Especially because they're independent contractor things. No, I'm right there with you. She has definitely gotten much better from where she started from with everything.
Yeah.
I loved the Toxic Attraction, everything going on there. I hate that it like, especially like seeing now where JC Jane and Gigi Dolan are, like, that sucks. Yeah. Those three were like, they literally were like, they were the top of NXT with the women. They had it all. They what's it called? JC and Gigi were holding the tag titles. Mandy had the women's title. Mandy beat Meiko Satomura and Blair Davenport in the triple threat to unify it with the NXT women's one. Like, they were giving her everything, and then just it was just like, because this this happened. Like Justin just kind of mentioned down there, I wasn't a huge fan of hers in the beginning, but then as Toxic Attraction got going, I was like, wow, this has fucking, pun intended, this has legs, and I could totally see her. I'm with you as well that like I don't, because of that like skill level, again, not being terrible but not being great, I don't see her in like an NXT showing up at Impact kind of role and having like the same impact,
there you go.
Like Trinity showing up at Impact, like, she's decent in the ring. She's good in the ring, and she's a name because of all the shit that was surrounding them. She had way more of a buzz going on around her and Sasha leaving than Mandy's sort of abrupt one or whatever. So, like, I feel like if Mandy goes to like an Impact, like, she might be looking at like a Bobby Fish, folks were alive situation, like kind of like cricket.
Yeah, she needs that production.
And she was,
and that's not a bad thing.
She can stay there. I would love to see her come back to NXT and literally reform Toxic Attraction, only doing it her, JC, and now Thea Hale, because Thea Hale's been hanging out with her. Ooh. And Gigi on the outside, just like, yo, what the hell?
She's easy to look at.
Like, be awesome. And get that, put them back where they were, get them to start running roughshod again, and women, in the women's division. But it'd be cool. I don't know. I can see it happening because, like we said, if it doesn't, it's weird. Like if it doesn't, it just like sets a precedent that's like weird because of like the stuff that flew around with Riddle, the stuff that Bump Boys mentioned here, like Dana White now with UFC and the merger. Spoiler, moving into the next one. With the merger now, like. Dana White is still gainfully employed with UFC. He's got domestic abuse charges against him for his wife. Yeah.
And he has
that's dicks out there. Fucking Sriracha, as we like to call her.
Yes.
I know it's a different company, but like Xavier Woods is in that video too, getting his dick sucked by her. That happened. And he's not only is he still employed by WWE, he's got up, down that they're running too. Like he's out there. He was on friggin' that game channel, G4 and stuff. Like they promoted he's been everywhere with stuff that's gone on with that kind of stuff. Like for this, like one thing, like come on, man. If she wants to come back and you want to make some money off of the horny NXT crowd, don't be stupid.
And there's two things: A, like you said, it's not that bad, and B, she's not full nude. I mean, I don't know. My buddy told me, but she's not.
Yeah, there was never any full anything. There was some.
Yeah.
Close, very, very, very close calls.
Is that what your buddy said?
I'm not. I have zero shame. I looked.
No, I'm kidding.
Zero shame. No, I looked. I mean, there's like some close calls and some of the stuff, but
I know she was like on top of Tito.
Yeah, which even that one, I was kind of just like, it's kind of more like him with a banana hammock going on, like less than her. But
Ivan, what's up, buddy? Ivan, thank you for tuning in.
Good,
this is for you, buddy.
You lovely little buttercup. I'd like to pick up your petals and rub them all over me.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. Cage bringing all the news here. Yeah, she refused to shut down her site. Yeah, I would have refused too. What did she make? Like $1 million or something? That's a lot for a wrestler.
Oh yeah, she was making bank off of
it. Yep. Perfect example. Yeah. They were Yeah,
that's a tough one though, Justin, because I thought the Iconics were fantastic in WWE. I loved them. Even when they like split them for whatever, and then Billy Kay was doing the thing of handing out the resumes, trying to find a new tag team partner.
Tino, that's it.
Tino,
I love Justin. He'll just like send it.
Mm-hmm. He knows.
Correct. Yeah, he's like, well, we pay him the big bucks. He's got to correct us. It's not about facts here. Yeah, she comes back, that's awesome. I don't see her going anywhere else, but
yeah.
I feel like we've talked enough about her. Let's get to the next topic here. UFC and the WWE merge. It's complete, Keith. It is now TKO. Makes sense. WWE, UFC, TKO. I really don't know what to think here. I don't know if we know enough to even have a conversation about it. I just know that it's something I've never thought would happen. I thought it was always going to be a McMahon company since McMahon Sr., pass it down to Vinny Jr. I mean, Shane maybe, Steph maybe. It's Trips is pretty much there. He's not family. Khan's there too. He's not family. It's just, I don't know. I have a family market in my family, a little family market, and I would never, it would never, ever go anywhere else. It's always going to be in the Dieterding family. And I thought that with the WWE, I guess money talks. I'm not upset. I don't really know what to think here. I just know that Vince is getting more money and he's on the way. Is he on the way out? Because Monday he said he rewrote the script again. I'm just confused. Do you know anything about this? Justin, thank you for tuning in. Tell us.
So I think it's First Lady in the house first up. What's good? What's good?
Yes.
What's good?
How you doing?
So I think it's, from what I heard, from what I gathered with all the nonsense kind of surrounding it all, it feels like this whole merger even just happened because like Vince was just like, well, if you're not going to let me play, then I'm going to fucking sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was just kind of like this really shitty power move, like whatever. But it sounds like because of the way like it all went down, like I think it really is that like UFC, whatever, Endeavor, TKO now, like they wanted like the McMahon like presence. So I don't know that he's coming back necessarly, but like it's definitely not him getting pushed out.
No.
There's been a lot of rumors swirling around about there being like, like personnel changes, like back office stuff, maybe not necessarily like cuts to like the roster, but like, it's two companies becoming one. One company doesn't need two separate HR departments. They don't need two separate payroll departments. Like people are going to get, people are going to get let go. It's going to happen. With that, it's going to be the same with any merger, no matter what it is. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you too, that like, I don't really know what this is going to mean for us as wrestling fans in general anyway. Like they sold the company. So like, I guess like advertising deals and stuff, like all become one now. So whatever UFC had, the WWE didn't, like they share it now.
That's a good,
I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, in terms of like, I think like Dana White's not going to suddenly come over into WWE and be like, all right, listen, here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring back Raw Underground because
Roman.
That's what I want. And we're doing McGregor Roman at Mania 40. McGregor's going over. And then I want to run in from, he happens to be like a big fan of like Dana Brooke. So then I get a run in by Dana Brooke.
And then
first women's world champion, first women's heavy like WWE champion.
Yeah. Well, it says here, this is from Meltzer. So I don't know if we can, if this is a fact. Like Justin here, but it says rumors going around. Vince is back and in charge of creative. That's simply a no. So I think he's just in the limelight, in the spotlight right now. He was on Wall Street. He was with TKO and all that. So, oh my God, he's back. Monday night, they rewrote the script 8 times. I don't know if they did. I just, I think it's exactly what you said. It's like Succession, man. He just one-upped, the situation. You know what? You're going to force me out of my company. F you, I'm selling my company. It's like.
Exactly.
I don't think Vince could have wrote this any better. This is what you see. This is what he won so many awards on.
We're all being worked. That's all it is. We're all being worked.
It's Succession.
He never went anywhere.
Yeah. It's Succession at its finest. I mean, this is it. I mean, this is what you get. Soon to come. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah,
but
that's really what it is.
We
like,
don't
the merger
know.
happened, but like it's what's going to happen is like it's anybody's friggin' guess. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is, Justin. They got him out, and then he just went, well, I am still the majority shareholder, so He like literally held up the stockholders meeting and was just like, I'm the majority shareholder, so unless you reinstate me, I'm not going to approve any sale of the company you think about doing.
Exactly.
That happened. Like,
he wanted to. Yep.
Shitty.
Yeah.
But like we said, we got to see what happens. Yeah.
Let's get to it.
Yeah.
You're cool. I'm cool. Carlito is the coolest. Carlito, he's signed. I think we all know that, and we're just waiting on a return. And it was reported that Carlito is coming back. We just don't know when that is going to be. We don't know if it's going to be similar to maybe an Edge now. We don't know if he's going to get a little run and then call it a day. But it was just odd that he had a really good performance at Backlash. That was really fun to watch. They re-signed him. He can't work any indie shows, and now we haven't seen him. I mean, his status is unknown, and clearly we're not getting any vignettes. We're not getting any rumors from Michael Cole next week. Carlito is going to be on Monday Night Raw. We're not getting that. We're getting this. What's next for Carlito? Right. Again, we don't really know what's going to happen, but let's fantasy book, Keith. What do you want? Let's hear it.
It's a weird thing. Like, his whole situation is like a very weird thing, because like apparently like between him, the lady we're going to talk about next here, and like Authors of Pain, like there's a bunch of like people like that apparently have like been talked to and like have been re-signed and like hanging around with the company for like a month or more now. They're just like, we don't really know what to do. I think like with Carlitos, it was like specifically they were saying like he's been around for like he's been back more or less like since Backlash, and they're just like, we don't have anything creative, we don't know what to do. And it's like,
then why?
We're gonna fantasy book, but like that's my biggest thing is it's like it really just feels like it's like these with Carlito specifically, and maybe like the AOP too. Like it's like a re-signing just so that it's a re-signing so that AEW can. Like, we're going to sign Carlito back because he got this big pop for Backlash. And rather than giving Tony Khan the chance to, like, sign him up and, like, try to piggyback off of that popularity, we're just going to sign him and then we'll hold on to him and we'll figure it out later on. Dude's in great shape. I think it's just, like, tough for me because, like, I'm not going to say, like, I hated him, but, like, I was never, like, a humongous Carlito fan at in his peak, like, in his first run. I guess I shouldn't call that his peak because I don't really know, but like, I wasn't like, oh my God, Carlito's the best thing ever in the world. Like at the time he was around. So like, I think with like him, it's like tough to like think about who would be cool to mix it up with. I mean, cool. I can see him feuding with and or joining LWO.
There you go.
Exactly. That would have been great.
We finished
rather than all like the nonsense that happened where like Santos was going to get it, but then Ray beat Santos. So then Santos got hurt, but then didn't. And then just have Carlito come in. Like that's really the main thing I know Carlito for is spitting apples and having the US title.
Yeah.
The feud with John Cena for it when, what the hell? Jesus, his bodyguard, allegedly stabbed John Cena in the kidney.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're getting away with that on TV again. So I don't think you can have anybody stab anybody. But something mid card. Like I don't want him to come back and like he's like a nostalgia one that like I don't want him at the top like Goldberg was, like because he's not that status like Goldberg was.
Yeah, well, you just took my next thought. I mean, I think I understand why too. Like it's hard to book this guy. He's not a Goldberg. He's not a Taker. Taker, you can throw him on anything. Cena, you can once a week go one-on-one promo with Jimmy or Jay. I still don't know who that was. But it's difficult because he was always a mid-carder. Mm-hmm. How do you book a legendary mid-carder? It's tough. Not legendary. Let's not say that. A very popular mid-carder who's in great shape and you can't. I mean, can he be serious and do a feud with a program with Roman? Yeah, I could see that. I can. I don't know if they want that. I don't know what you do. Because Carlito versus Seth Rollins doesn't really get me going. I mean, Nakamura, Seth Rollins, that's I'll see that. I can't wait to see it again. I get it. I see why they're in a pickle. I don't know what you do. Yes, throw him in the mix with, Ray and Theory and all that. But what he's not above Ray. He's not above Theory, but he's just, I don't know. He's a different type of mid-carder, right? He's kind of like,
he's like a nostalgia act, but like not the kind of nostalgia act that can pop a rating like a Taker, a Cena, a Goldberg, even, begrudgingly to most people. Yeah. Like,
exactly.
And like you would kind of put it out, like someone like a Taker, like he's easy to book. I don't necessarily want to see Taker come back. Like, let him stay retired. It's fine. He's done plenty for us all. But like, if you want to have Taker have another run, you bring him back. You pick your top person. It doesn't even matter who. Exactly. Pick your top person who's done a bunch of things. Seth Rollins. I've won all these kind of championships, but you know what? Never beat the Undertaker. Boop, 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 boop. Roman Reigns. I have all this stuff. I beat the Undertaker too. I also had a tag team with him for a minute. Anyone else remember the Graveyard Dogs? Like, but I want to beat him again and really solidify my name. Doop, off to the races. Like any of those top names, you fit in there. Cody, same thing. It all fits with someone like a Taker because of the legend that he has. Carlito,
it's tough. Yeah.
U.S. title, tag title run with Chris Masters, unless I'm much mistaken. Masters are cool. That might have been actually after WWE, so I don't even know if that happened.
No, that was.
But
yeah. What else can you say?
What do you do? Like, what is it? It's like tough with a mid card with someone like we said that was like pretty much career mid carder at the time when he was like really going for it. So it's like, like you said, I'm not dying to see like Carlito, Seth Rollins. It might be a good match, but like, I'm not sitting here being like, oh man, that's going to be an instant classic because of how good these guys are. Like, no, Seth's really good and Carlito is fine.
Yeah.
Might be better now, but
Let's get to the next topic here.
Yeah, controversial one here.
Yeah, Nia Jax returns and she attacks Rhea Ripley. I've said it for weeks on weeks on weeks. It doesn't seem like Rhea is the spotlight of the Judgment Day, and that's not on her. I think it's on the WWE. I think we don't have the next woman up. So what do? You go to the farm system. You go to what you had in the past, and that's what they did with Nia Jax. I don't hate it. I've never had this passion to hate Nia. I think she's just, who she is, and that's just her character. Would I pay to see this like a dream match? No, but I understand it. I realize it, and I get why they're doing it. You can't have Natalya. You can't have Chauncey. You can't have Lacey's not with them, but those type of, wrestlers. I try not to say sports or superstars, but those types of wrestlers, you need something like this. And she is what you need for Rhea. Rhea needs to show the strength of who she is. And this is what you do. You bring Nia Jax back in. Is it for a couple weeks? Is it for a month? Is it a new contract? Justin could tell us because I have not checked the contract ordeal, but I get it. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I understand it. Keith, talk to me.
Yeah, no, you took it right out of my mouth there. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I feel the same way about Nia Jax in general. I don't hate Nia Jax. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't know where that comes from
either. So I'm of the mindset. I don't hate her. I don't love her. I do think she has a reputation that she built herself, unfortunately, of like kind of being unsafe.
That's
she can
true.
She can cuss the fuck out of Kairi Sane. Like there's like a lot of just matches where she's like hurt people. And that happens. It's wrestling. Like it ain't ballet, pal. Ha ha ha.
Mm.
But like it's one thing to have that excuse when it's like, when you have Undertaker and Goldberg fighting each other in Saudi Arabia or whatever, and both giving each other concussions. They're old, they're big guys, they're bruisers, they're old school. Shit's gonna happen from time to time, Yeah. But for someone like Nia, who has only ever been in WWE, only like came up through NXT and all that kind of stuff and everything, and like, to have multiple things like that happen, it's like, all right, there's an issue here with this of like a training something or other. So like we need to fix that. And maybe that's happened. And if it has, awesome. Maybe she comes back and she's better in the ring. I never thought she was terrible. She does power wrestler stuff. I popped huge for the fact on this thing on Monday when she came back and did a friggin' bonsai drop. That was awesome. I'm so for that. I don't know why it's taken this long for this comeback of hers to happen, to have her finally have that as a finisher, because Samoan drop's never a finisher for anybody, woman or man. Like, yeah, the bonsai drop. She's a bigger girl. That's her whole thing. She's not like most girls. Sick. Yeah. Piper Niven should have had it. Fuck. Goddamn, I'm for it. It's cool. I'm glad she's back. I'm glad she'll get a second chance. I hope she's improved. I hope they keep getting her to improve. But
that's it, right?
I don't. It ends there, and I don't. As much as it will be, it might help for Rhea to beat her, like to put her up against Rhea and have Rhea beat her. Yeah. Rhea has to beat her. That's the thing. I don't want Nia coming back and then Nia's not the one to dethrone Rhea, and that's just the thing. That's because it's the same thing as like we just talked about with Carlito, like. Yeah, there's like some level of like nostalgia, whatever, for Nia, which is crazy to say because she's like still relatively new to the business and stuff in general. But it's like, Goldberg coming back and beating Brock Lesnar for the title. Holy hell! What? Oh my God! This is a made to look like a chump. Short match. Oh my God! He won the title. What the hell? This is crazy. It's not the same thing with Nia. Nia comes back, beats your top heel, arguably your top woman in the entire company right now. Yeah. With like the way the fans respond to her, myself included, and then you have Nia Jax beat her. It's like, nope, that's not it. Yeah. You don't have a person that you released come back and beat your champion like immediately. No, that's not what it is. I don't know what it is they do with her. I don't know how long the run is for, but it's not that.
Yeah, and this is why we love Justin, because this is right on this comment. He just give her a chance and see what happens. I mean,
I'm not coming out of the gate with hate.
Yeah, no,
at all.
And I think what you said too, the whole thing with her being unsafe, I think that's legitimate, and I also think her being part of that family, that lineage, that bloodline. Mm-hmm. You're held to a different standard. I mean, you got The Rock, you got Roman, you got the Usos, and you got Nia.
People can improve, though. People can improve, and I want to believe that. I hope she did. I hope she's gotten better, and I hope we're sitting here in like 2 months being like, damn, remember how we were all like when Nia came back, we were like, we weren't sure, not high hopes, and like, damn, look at her go now. Yeah, like, cool. I could see her getting built up to be someone to topple Rhea eventually, but it can't be a comeback and go. Like it can't be a comeback and go. That nobody wants that, unfortunately.
No, and that's what I'm saying too. Like she's part of this family, so they look at her like she can bring more to the table, and she just doesn't, and that's okay. I mean, you can go back and look at all the sons, that never. Yeah. Well, Ted DiBiase, he had a great run with Cody and legacy, but he's never going to be his dad. Exactly. Yeah, it's just you don't see. I mean, even I think it's her cousin, right, Ava. She's been in NXT for how long?
Yeah.
I don't know where.
Ava's The Rock's direct descendant. It's his daughter, and I was going to bring her up too, just being like, family doesn't always mean anything in terms of wrestling because, like,
it's tough.
I'm still willing to give her a shot because she's like still brand spanking new and everything, but like, I'm not watching an Ava Raine match being like, whoa, I can see it. There's something there. It's like, no.
I mean, perfect example. Perfect example too is Cody. When is he going to finish the story? All this adversity, he can't do it, Keith. He just can't do it, man. Stupid. We're not going to get into that because I could talk for 20 minutes about that. But, Keith, this was the plan all along. Let's not have a match at SummerSlam. Let's not have a great match on Monday Night Raw. Let's have a cage match that made no sense. And you know what? You're going to go to NXT, Becky, and you're going to win the title. God damn it, that's good shit. I don't know. I don't know if this was planned, but it seems like it was just because of what happened with her and Trish. Or maybe they felt bad, and Trips was like, again, we don't know who's in charge, but Trips is like, shit. Yeah, you're right. Your feud with Trish should have been Hall of Fame worthy. It should have been something special. But we're going to send you to NXT, and you're going to beat. You're going to win the title from Tiffany, and it's going to be great. The match was sloppy. It was good to have it as the main event. I get it. It was cool. And she's, finally won her NXT championship title. But it's just like, what are we doing, man? Put her on SmackDown. Have her go one-on-one with Rhea. And I'm, okay. That's planned, Nick. That's going to happen soon. Just wait, man. She needs to win the title in NXT. it's like shucky ducky. I don't know. Right?
Biscotti.
Yeah. I'm happy. I like it. I think it's really cool that she's in NXT, but she's above NXT, bro. She's not Ali. She's not Humberto and Garza. She is Becky motherfucking Lynch that changed the women's division, from, after the Nia Jax thing. But still, she is the reason why we have what we have right now. Yes, you can go to the Bellas, you can go to the Trishas, the Litas, the, whoever. But it starts with Becky, and I'm not going to say anything other than that. Again, I'm happy, Keith, but talk to me.
No, you said it. You took my quote again here. Just what are we doing, man? Literally the only positive that came out of this, and it's positive because it's a real big quote one there. Like it's not even that big of a deal. It's like cool. Now Becky is like a Grand Slam. She's got the NXT women. She's had the women's tag. She's had the SmackDown. She's had the Raw title. Wonderful. Great. That's the thing we can put in the record books for her. Literally outside of that, this was shit. This was pointless. All this does outside of that little positive thing there is like just you're damaging your future. You're damaging your future talent. There was no reason Tiffany Stratton had to lose this match.
No,
they were booking her. They were doing. I'll be the first one to admit. I love NXT, and I'll be the first one to admit I wanted Tiffany to win the title when she was going for it, and she did, and that was huge. And then honestly, her title run might not have been that great. She might have kind of it might have been like better with her like in the chase than her holding. That's fine. There's a lot of examples of that in wrestling throughout history. Hangman being a prime one. Hangman chasing that title was awesome. Then he got it. And we were all like, great. Okay.
Yeah.
So Tiffany was not quite to the extreme that Hangman was, but like Tiffany was really good in the chase. She got it. And then it was kind of like, okay, you're kind of just doing the same thing each week. Just like, no, I'm Missy. I'm Tiffy Top. So, I don't want to fight you. I'll do this, whatever. And that comes down to booking a lot too. I mean, she's decent on the mic when she's a back and forth with people. She's not necessarily the best like solo promo, but that's fine. That's things you work on. She's really, really good in the ring though. Whenever she does that prettiest moonsault ever, it really is the prettiest freaking moonsault ever. She does it like almost, I'm sure someone's going to hate me for saying it. She almost is better than Christopher Daniels did back in the TNA when it was the best moonsault ever. Yeah. Like she hits him so good and it's so smooth. Like she's really good in the ring. She really is like legitimately without exaggeration. She's one of the future stars of WWE. And to like have her this early on and like trying to build that star to just lose to Becky Lynch, which all credit in the world to Becky. Like Becky's great, but like, if you're going to have if you want to have it do that, like wait, like let Tiffy like build herself up more, like keep making that star. And instead now it's like she's beat. So like she's going to chase again. Maybe is she going to get called up now? If she's getting called up, that's a bad way to call her up. Like, cool. She was in NXT. She was running roughshod until a main roster star beat her. So now we're going to bring her up here, and presumably the rest of them can beat her too, because that's the precedent we're setting. Yeah, and it is weird too. I mean, like I said, it's cool. Like Becky's got like that Grand Slam, like a thing she can say now and stuff. But like, it is weird. Like you had kind of said, like let's look at who's come down: Baron Corbin, Dana Brooke, Ali. Becky's Becky's part of that. Like no way. One of these things is very, very, very much not like the other. Yeah.
And what do you do? Have Tiffany?
Rhea and Dom is a different thing. That's like because of a storyline, and Dom should be down there, and Rhea is there to help pop ratings and stuff, and it works. So like, fine. But like, Becky shouldn't be down there.
She's on a different level, man.
Yeah,
it's it.
It's weird. It was a weird call. I don't know what they do with it.
What do you do?
I'm not a huge fan though. Like I said, it's cool that Becky has that. I'm a Grand Slam champion now. Great, but
Yeah, Justin again says it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right here, you can't have that happen. Again, we're podcasters. This is what we do. We dive in deep to these kind of things, and we don't fucking like it. And that's just what we think. Let's get to it, bro. Let's get to the next topic here. It is Chris Adonis. Oh, I didn't put a. Did I miss one? 7 Oh, I didn't add 8. Well, we didn't add 8. That was the next one, but we'll just still discuss it. Chris Adonis shares why fans rejected Tyrus. If you don't know who this is, it's Chris Masters and what's his face? What was his name in WWE? The dancing dinosaur? No.
Brodus Clay.
Brodus Clay. So he was the champion of he held the NWA title, and there was a lot of controversy just because he is part of Fox News, the 5 show. Or was it Gutfield? I don't know, but he's part of Fox News. He won the title, and Chris Adonis says fans didn't reject Tyrus due to politics. It was because he can't move. I love Chris Masters, Chris Adonis. I think he's a hell of a person. I loved his run in the WWE. I loved his second or third run in the WWE where he, stopped taking steroids and he really looked good. But this is a dumb take. I mean, this is exactly the opposite of what the fans are rejecting. Yes, he sucks in the ring, but he also sucks as a person. I mean, maybe you don't agree with his politics, but I don't know. I'm lost for words. I don't really think that is, the reason. But talk to me. What do you got?
Yeah, it's both. I mean, he said what he said, but it's both. His politics definitely played into it, but it is also because he's not like some great thing. I mean, the NWA, not that anyone's like, shouldn't say anybody, but like, I'm not watching NWA for like, oh my God, these people are all the most amazing wrestlers. Because not all of them are. Some of them are in some respects, with like Cardona doing some stuff there and everything.
Yeah.
And there's a couple other standouts and whatnot. So Ricky Starks came from there originally here. But like, it's just like, it's too, him and just NWA kind of in general is like too old school to like be relevant, really.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, like I know we don't all need like Canadian destroyers and suicide dives left and right every match we watch, but like, it's tough watching it sometimes. Like I'll put it on once in a while on YouTube and I'm just like, what's happening right now?
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I mean, EC3 has it now. That's even weirder.
Yeah. It is.
It's a whole big mess down there, especially if they're all like Billy Corrigan stuff with like talking about the women's division too. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's weird. NWA just weirds me out now whenever it comes up.
Yeah. Let's get on to the next topic.
Nah.
Let's see. We got one comment. Let's see. I want to hear what Justin Tyrus winning the 10.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
At any time. Like,
because he had the title and he was on Fox. So they show the title,
but it's another one of those.
I
mean, it's not the same thing, like the same presentation because it's not WWE, but it was the same thing like when Jinder won the world title.
Yeah,
it's just like here's this guy that went from like jobber to the champ out of nowhere. Like he was Tyrus, like he left WWE or whatever, but like before he left WWE, he was the Funkasaurus, like he's the dancing big man.
Somebody calling,
and then he come out and just I'm going to kill people now. Like, all right,
yeah,
no, you're not.
Yeah. Well, let's get to it. Thursday night football. The Eagles going one-on-one with the Vikings. You're going to be there, Keith.
I am.
Let's hear it, bro. What do you got? Predictions, outcome? What do you think happens here?
I think we win. I don't have a score prediction, honestly. I do think we take it, though.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. I mean, there's nothing else I can really say. Go Birds, baby. I'm going to see the NFC Championship banner drop. That's going to be sick. And
yeah.
It's
I think proving it. This is what Hurts needs. This is what Hurts needs after that game. He didn't play poorly. Yes, there was a fumble. And yes, he didn't look as sharp as he did the last 5 games of last year. But this is a game where he needs to win, because it was so close last year on Monday Night Football or whenever we played last. I don't know what day, but it was a very competitive game.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that the Eagles need to win. They need to win this game because the rest of the schedule, like the next 4 or 5 games, are pretty easy. And this is also the Vikings, they're just the Vikings, and you just can't have them. Is this so? This is home. Yeah, you can't have them just come in back-to-back years. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Keith is going to be there. Have fun. Before we end it here, this is not the Bloodline. This is the Fanatics Network. Same people. Jesus. Same people, same content. New look. That's pretty much it.
New look, same great taste, baby.
Yep, and that's all it is. You're going to get some TK action, AEW review show, Dynamite review show tonight at 10. WrestleBread, same time, same place, just new look. That is tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. And we got a lot going on. Same stuff, same great content. And again, we appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Keith, give the people what they want. How can they find you?
You already know. I'm over there on Twitter. I'm still going to keep calling it Twitter.
We love you, Justin.
I'm on the Instagram at _Keith of the Ring, and I'm on TikTok at Keith of the Ring.
Yeah.
Just in time, the man, the myth, the legend.
He really is. Thank you, Justin, for always tuning in. We appreciate it. And not just Justin, every single person.
Everyone.
The millions
Beautiful.
and millions of UWPod fans watching us every single Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Whenever we want to stream, we're going to stream, but we're going to stream for you. You can find us right here on the Fanatics Network. New website, thefanent.com. Insta there, Facebook there, Twitter there. But obviously you can find us on the UWPod.com, Instagram, UW Podcast, Twitter at the UW Pod. And as always, have a great night. Go Birds, baby!
Go Birds, baby.
Yeah, baby!
And here it comes!
Thank you for listening to another edition of the Universal Wrestling Podcast.
Like that blood up and say!
Check us out on the web at uwpod.com.
You've got mail.
Or send us an email. info@uwpod.com. Universal Wrestling Podcast.
Nobody does it